Uh, I'm doing a research project on future shopping experience. That's what I explained already before. Masters M1-2. I guess I said I want to focus on product displays and the study behind product displays, and apparently there's a whole big study of how to display your product because it's well, marketers find it very interesting to see how you can display your product to sell more products. And what I saw was they have they just let the product sell itself, or they try to find a visual link with the product, the identity of the product. So you have the sport shoes with the lockers, and try to have this display have a link with the shoes. And then you also have the advertisements of posters, etc. So they want to have an image or brand or something to be linked on the shoe, to the shoe, so that you're not buying the shoe, but you're also buying this image. But yeah, what I found is that these product displays are pretty not lively. I guess they'll move, they don't interact with you. I guess they interact with you on a more cognitive level. So I looked at how by theories of influencing consumer behaviors, and also there's a very vast amount of research already done. And things that I found interesting was they've researched the personality in products. So some products somehow exhale some kind of personality, and people tend to buy stuff that match their own personality. So like, I'm a tough guy, so I buy a Jeep, for example. In private shopping, people tend to avoid very crowded spaces, and sometimes the space is not even crowded, but you have the feeling that it's crowded, and people tend to walk away from those spaces, or not even go there. Tactile experience in shopping windows. The shopping windows have the advantage of online shopping that you can really see the product, but still you cannot feel, touch, or do anything with it, and only see it. So this is my first concept. It's linked to the first theory. So this example of some shades that I looked up on the internet, and behind each of these shades there's a kind of personality that's inhibited in them. At least that's what the designers try to do. So for example, behind those shades there are certain images. So you have the teacher, the gangster, the sportman, maybe the more kind of glamorous woman, or the policeman. And I was wondering, okay, how can I link this to a kind of movement? How can I make this product display more dynamic? And I was thinking of, I haven't really made a prototype or visuals, thinking of creating a movement, for example, within some glass, that people can understand or see, or perceive as, okay, that is a gangster walking there, but just showing the glasses walking, making a certain movement. Or this is like a teacher or a police officer. I want to try to research if these movements, that people can relate or correspond to these movements to the image that the designers had in mind of the product. Okay, so that was one research direction. The other one was the shopping window. People tend to want to squeeze in a product, want to feel it, want to feel the weight. Haptic feedback is very important in the shopping, but as the shop is closed or something, then you can do it. And instead of, I mean, you have 1 minute left. Sorry. So I cannot make them go inside of the window, but I could, for example, when people stand inside in front of the window, they can interact with the shoe. So if I move my own feet, somehow it senses it, and then the shoes that I'm looking at or want to try out are moving the same way. So I'm making the gap a little bit closer. Other one was the crowdiness, which I actually don't have any idea how to solve it, but So one person is looking at the product, and stuff people do, then it feels crowded. But the problem is also some products, they want to have only one product to be displayed, because then it is a luxurious item, or it's perceived as a more expensive item. So having more displays on the more items on the display, some shops don't want that. But still, if a lot of people look at one product, then people still feel uneasy. So maybe it's good to have a product that only shows one product at a time. But if more people come to it, then it shows more products. But individually, I can see what the other one is looking at. So it's so I have a feeling of privacy with me and the product itself. It's the end then.